You remind me of a story. When I was in Mississippi, remember Shep?
Of course.
What a beauty. I remember we play games, so every 5 minutes we do a media timeout. So the 15, the 10, the 5, we stop the game at whatever stoppage comes, take a TV timeout, pay the bills, and then come back to everything. And so when Shep would come to the bench, he'd always have his big bottle of mustard, this like half-liter can of mustard. And when he'd come to the bench, I'd have his towel ready, I'd have his water ready, and the squirt can of mustard. And this guy would be doing shots of mustard right at the bench, staying hydrated. And the look on his face, you know he didn't like it, but God, that guy was getting hydrated, especially like under the lights. We're in the South, it's hot. I took some inspiration from that. Honey mustard, honey Dijon, gets rid of those cramps.
Well, yes, absolutely. The mustard will get rid of the cramps and the heartbeat, and the honey gives you a little bit of that sugar that you need too to help speed up the process. But it's amazing how things get trendy. You know what I mean? Like mustard back in our day, people would have looked at you sideways.
They still do though.
What do you mean?
Like when fans would see like me giving Shep the bottle of mustard,
right?
I could see that they were taking pictures on their phone. What's this guy doing?
Well, I mean, everything from the smelling salts to, whatever it may be. There was guys that were popping ephedrine in the locker room back when I was playing. Some guys would have 2 or 3 coffees before. Some guys were sneaking in chocolate bars to eat during the intermission, a chocolate bar and a can of Coke. Whatever that gives you that extra edge. It's just weird how things go through these cycles. And right now it's packages of mustard.
The flat Coke.
Flat? Why flat Coke?
No,
because it doesn't, doesn't gas you up. Actually, I just learned this recently. Whenever you're pouring beer or a carbonated drink or whatever, the idea is to pour it slowly so you don't get that big foam at the top.
Yep.
Okay, so imagine that you're keeping all that carbonation inside of the water, right? So a guy did it 2 ways. He did it where he poured it out fast and all the carbonation came out and he got all the head that came up and all of the foam and everything, and then one that was poured like this. Then he took spoons and he started stirring both of them. And the one that had been poured slowly that was sitting there and didn't have much of the carbonation on top, he said, imagine this is your stomach now. So if you're out for a night and you want to pound back a whole bunch of drinks, whatever it may be, make sure that you're getting one that all the carbonation gets out so you can have more instead of getting really gassy and burpy. Because if you're doing it that way, all the carbonation is happening and all of that gas reaction is happening when it's in your stomach, and that's why you're burping, that's why you're farting, that's why you feel bloated, that's why you're not able to crush as many beers as you want to. So make sure you pour it out, get all that gas out of it before it gets into your tummy.
We're a health podcast now.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Mustard packages, honey Dijon.
Pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Pickle juice, yeah. You got some good acid and some vinegar in there.
Now, tell me what the benefit of that is, because I know what it is when you're chasing a shot of whiskey. Picklebacks are great. But what is the health benefit as far as playing?
The acid from the vinegar, the salt, the sugar kind of helps everything absorb.
Well, I've heard that people that have acid reflux, a lot of times they'll eat the chalk, like the Pepto-Bismol or whatever it may be, those little things that you chew on. Sometimes it's actually what you need is you need a little bit of acidity, and some people have actually started taking apple cider vinegar to cure their heartburn, rather than going the other way, trying to shove it full of all this chalk. Instead, go the other way.
Kind of the same concept as the pickle juice or the mustard, just getting that acid and lecithin into the body to stay hydrated.
Right. For the record, mustard is the greatest condiment ever invented. Oof. It's the best.
Ketchup.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Too much sugar.
Get sugar-free ketchup.
No, gross. Aspartame? Gross. That's the beauty part about mustard. It's a perfect condiment. A little bit of sodium, 0 calories, 0 sugar, makes everything great.
You raise a great point. Low calorie, add a little bit of honey in there so you get some natural sugar. Good for hydration. Yeah, mustard is the GOAT.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. We do a new podcast every single Sunday during the season called Sling the Biscuit. It is a non-mainstream hockey podcast, so we talk about my hockey career, the minor pros, Spain, the Fed, you name it, all the stuff that you won't hear in the mainstream news.
Music,
pop culture,
politics, a little bit.
Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you soon.